Okay, guys, so let's dive straight in. First and foremost, though, for those of you guys who are, maybe seeing or hearing from me for the first time, my name is Shannon. I am one of the leaders here in Team Mastermind. I'm actually a secondary school English teacher by profession. I was a teacher for a little over 13 years. I finally retired last year, though, in May at the ripe old age of 35, because of what this industry has allowed me to do. So I love doing, kind of calls like this where people are beginners or you're starting something new because I know the power of what this industry can do for you. So what I really, really encourage you guys on this call, again, take notes, right? Make sure you're kind of distraction free because everything I go through tonight is going to be all about getting you plugged in straight away, getting you learning straight away so that you can be making profits straight away. Okay, that is the whole goal of this call. But while I'm going through this, what I try and emphasize on this call as well is that trading is a journey. Okay. Yes, we have, ways that you can copy, paste, make profit, whether it's from our educators, whether it's from our app. So, as a relatively new person, you don't necessarily need to know how to trade for yourself in order to make money. But long term, you want the skill. You want the ability to be able to sit down on your laptop, to be able to open up our products, look at a scanner, and take trades by yourself. Okay. Yes, leverage our experts. Yes, leverage the trade ideas, but you want to be able to do this yourself. And the only way you're going to do that and the only way you're going to be successful long term is if you plug in and you take this serious. Okay, if you want to make big, big money, it's going to require sacrifice. It is not going to come easy, right? So please drop a 2 in the chat box if you're willing to sacrifice some of your time if it means big, big money down the line. If it means, you can retire like I did. If it means, you could be making 7 figures like Bells has, right? It's going to require sacrifice. Okay, so let's start with first and foremost, every single one of you, yes, you've paid for the platform Jifu, but you've joined Team Mastermind. And Mastermind, we take community very, very seriously. Hopefully, you've all had a chance to actually get started in the Mastermind portal, which is shared on my screen right now. If you haven't, please message the person you signed up with and they will give you step-by-step instructions of how you can create an account in the Mastermind portal. Okay, but what you're going to want to do, and I'm just going to give you a brief little tour of the portal and how you can utilize it to your benefit. Number one, if you are brand new to this industry, please, I beg of you, come watch the welcome checklist, okay? Because number one, it's going to show you everything about the Jifu platform, but it's also going to show you the basics, like how to connect your broker to MetaTrader 5, right? How to actually use MetaTrader 5 in order to take yourself trades, right? Moving your stop loss to break even, all that good stuff that you're going to need to know as a beginner. Okay, so you've got a welcome checklist here. Please watch it, but I'm also going to show you where else you can find this in the portal. Okay, so the portal looks like this. We also have an app version. Okay, so, obviously you can have it on your phone. You'll be able to kind of do everything in there that you need to as well. Okay, but over here on the left-hand side, you have the main menu. Okay, number one is announcements and updates. Okay, so if we have any kind of important things coming up as a community, this is where you are going to hear about it. Okay, so you've also got stuff about our customer support. Okay, books that you can read. So if you are looking to grow a business through Jifu, then you definitely want to be watching or not watching, listening to GoPro by Eric Worre along with us. Okay, we have a massive convention at the end of this month. So there's loads of announcements and updates in here. So, every day just check and take a look and see if there's anything new. Okay, we also then have a calls and events tab. So obviously right now we are on this call, so it shows you we are live. So you should never really miss any trainings because it's all here, right? Straight after this, we have Ryan. So for those of you who are wanting to build the business, Okay. This is what allowed me to retire. This is what has allowed, Ryan, for example, to make multiple six figures, myself to make six figures. I see Christina on the call who's made multiple six figures, right? This was only possible because we learned the skills. Okay. So Ryan's going to be going through that tonight. And someone has drawn on my screen. So I'm going to kindly ask you not to do that, because if I see who you are, I'm just going to boot you off the call. Tama, I'm going to make you co-host. Can you please try and remove that for me? Thank you. Consider that your warning, guys. Okay, cool. So like I was saying, any calls, any team calls, remember, this requires sacrifice. You need to plug in, you need to learn. Okay. And this is a place for you to do that. Now, if I scroll down, we also then have the customer portal. Okay. So come into the customer chat. What I love about this, we've got people in here introducing themselves, where they're from. We've got people from all over, but also any questions that you have, you can ask in here. If it's kind of general, then you can go ahead and ask, like about trading, if you're asking for a bit of advice. If you're looking for specific technical questions, so for example, I can't connect my MetaTrader 5 to the Jifu Connect app, for example, something that's like Jifu technical specific, come to customer support, okay? Because then we've got a customer support rep who's going to guide you, okay? So things like, how do I get the affiliate pack? Okay, she'll then be able to go through and answer, okay? And see, there's Sarah there, okay? So I still am seeing like drawings on this screen and I don't know how to get rid of it. But guys, like super annoying. Super annoying. We're not children. We're not children. Go to the shield icon. Superstar Josiah. Go to the shield icon. Or the three dots and take off drawings. Disable annotation for others. I'm going to assume that's what it means. Yeah, superstar. Thank you. Do you know how to get rid of what's already on there? I'm disabled, but now I can't get rid of what's on there. It's cool. It's not a big deal. Right, cool. Let's keep going. So we also then have the affiliate portal. So for those of you who are interested in building a business, we have an affiliate guide getting started. Okay, sorry, I forgot to also mention the customer guide getting started is also here. So the videos that I mentioned at the beginning, the welcome checklist. Okay, now the affiliate guide getting started, honestly, is an absolute wealth of knowledge, of skills that you want to develop if you're going to be successful in this industry. Okay, so you've got loads of stuff there, stuff on belief and leadership. Okay, belief, so important, in anything that we do. There's a social media guide, like all of this stuff is going to be, getting revamped as well. So yeah, tons of stuff in there for you. Okay, so this is the mastermind portal. Again, guys, the more you engage, the more you interact, the more you plug in, the better this journey is going to be for you. You don't need to feel alone in trading, right? You have joined mastermind, which means you are part of community, which means you never have to do anything alone. Okay, so make sure you're connected to this. Now, let me go over to the actual platform. Okay, and hopefully let me go to the home screen here. So with the Jifu Live, okay, definitely favorite that somewhere on your laptop or your phone. So it's just jifulive.com. You can also get to the Jifu Live platform through your back office, but it's easier, if you just come to this, favorite it. When you sign in, it is your email address and your password. Okay, so your email address and your password that you used when you registered. Okay, you've got the home page here, but where you actually want to go first, and this is where I want to give you a game plan for your first 24 to 72 hours. Okay, so you should have your notepad and pen, because number one, okay, let me actually get into it first. Actually, before we do number one, just so you guys are aware, if you're not already, we do actually have 6 different academies that you can be studying from. Now, most of us are on here because we're looking, to trade and to leverage, experts and the scanners in order to make profits. So I'm going to focus on the Forex Academy, but you have all of these at your fingertips. Okay, there's e-commerce. That specific course goes through Amazon FBA. We've got the Crypto Academy credit. So if you're looking to improve your credit score, social media and leadership, okay, all definitely worthwhile to dive into. But what I really would suggest is for at least your first 30 to 60 days, you exclusively focus on Forex and becoming profitable in that first. Okay. So you want to be able to obviously, take trades comfortably, come in the sessions comfortably, be consistent in your compounding plan, whatever the case may be, before you then look at something else. Okay. You don't want to be trying to do six different things at once. Your brain's not really going to retain the information. You want to become a specialist in one thing and then you can move across. Okay. So let's come into the Forex Academy. Okay. And number one, okay, in your first 24 hours, in fact, if you haven't done so already, I want you to do this straight after the call, is I want you to create a schedule. Okay. Sounds super basic, right? Create a schedule, but you have to plan for your success. Your success is just not going to, happen and fall into your lap. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to see, based on the company schedule, what is going to fit with yours. Okay. When I first started this industry, I was still teaching. So I used to, I leave for work at 7 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't come home until like 5 o'clock at night. Right. So I had to see outside of those hours when I was going to put time towards learning how to trade, right? When I was going to put time towards studying. Now, I took it so serious that one of my favorite educators was on at 4 o'clock UK time. So I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Right. Some of you on this call, we did those sessions together. Okay. But I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I would do his live trading session. I'll go back to bed for an hour and then I'd get up and I'd start my day. Right. If it means you have to lose a bit of sleep, you have to lose a bit of sleep. Okay. Now, first and foremost, you might need to change your time zone. Okay. So mine is currently in EST. Okay. So 8 a.m. I'm not getting on Tyler's at 3 a.m. Okay. I have a newborn. So I'm definitely not getting up at that one. Okay. But 8 a.m. right? EST, we've got Kevin Serrano and Market Watch team. Okay. If yours says 8 a.m., but you are not in the EST time zone like I am, come up and change your time zone. Okay. It should do it automatically, but if for whatever reason it doesn't, just click select time zone up here and then go ahead and select the relevant time. Okay. So number one is creating your schedule. So have a look through which sessions can you regularly attend and put them in your calendar, right? Google Calendar, whatever it is you use, get it in there. Okay. So for those of you based in kind of UK and Europe, I would suggest Jay Bonham. Okay. Number one, it's because he's on at 6 p.m. UK time, which in Europe, so Amsterdam, Denmark, etc., that is 7 p.m. Most people, if you work during the day, this is a great time. You get home, you get on your laptop, you do the live trading calls, you learn, and then you're done for the evening. Okay. But another reason why, Jay is a really good one is number one, he's on every day, Monday to Friday. Okay. At 1 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. UK time. But also, if you're free during the day, he's also on at 2 p.m. UK time, 9 a.m. EST on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Like he's on 8 times a week. Okay. 8 times a week. So if you're able to plug into him that frequently, number one, you're going to be able to learn his strategy for kill shot. Okay, so he teaches how to use kill shot, which is one of our scanners. Okay, Josh, he don't lose. Yeah, he had a good day today. So he teaches one of our scanners kill shot. So remember, I said at the beginning, you want to eventually become independent. Yes, you're going to get on these sessions, as many of the blue ones as possible. These are our money-making sessions where the educators are actively looking for trades that we can take together on the call. Okay. But you want to become independent and be able to use these scanners on your own time. Right. So if you miss a session, no problem. You just, whenever you get home from work, whenever you have a lunch break, hop on the scanner, learn. Okay. So number one was create your schedule. Once you've created your schedule, you know what you're going to plug into, you need to come do the basics. So you're going to scroll to the bottom of this screen and we've got the Forex University course. So these are for my people who you're brand new to trading. Maybe you were like me when I first joined this industry 5 years ago. I did not know that Forex stood for foreign exchange. That's how little I knew about this industry. Okay. So you need to come in, you need to come to see the course. Okay. So your second thing on your checklist in your first 22 to 72 hours is to watch the beginner's course. Okay, it is here. You just need to click more. There are more lessons than just 3, so make sure you watch all of them. And please, take notes, right? I guarantee if you watch this and you've got maybe something on in the background and you're just kind of passively watching this, you're never going to retain the information. Never. Okay. As a teacher, I know that for a fact. I know a little bit about how, the mind works, about how the brain learns. Okay. In order for something to go into your short-term memory, your brain needs to process that information 17 times. And that's just your short-term memory, not even to, count your long-term memory. Right? So if you're watching these videos, okay, you're watching it, that's your brain obviously getting the information for the first time. But if you then have to pause it, replay that information in your head so you can then go ahead and write it down, put pen to paper, you've already processed that information like 3 times, right? Your brain is kind of replaying it, you're writing it down, okay? Better chance you're going to retain it. But also in 3 days time, when you maybe hear an educator talk about a candlestick and you think, oh, what the heck's a candlestick? You can look back in your notes. Okay, look back in your notes. Okay, super important. So number 1, create a schedule. Number 2, you're going to come to Forex University. You're going to watch the beginner's course. Really, this should be done in your first 24 hours. These videos aren't very long. Currency pairs is like 2 minutes. Pips is like 2-3 minutes. Okay, the only long one is this price action candles. And actually, this is, I don't know if anybody's watched it. This isn't super beginner stuff, right? So if you get through this, right, and you still stick with it, then you're golden. Okay, because that one actually is a little bit tough. Okay, now later down the line, okay, later in the week, you can come back to intermediate, you can come back to advanced when you've got more time, but you want to get the beginners out of the way in your first 24 hours. So that way, when you get on the sessions, you're not completely lost. Okay, number 3, okay, you're going to then go into the courses of a specific educator and you're going to study. So for example, oh, what? Hold on a minute here. Let me go back. So why can't I go back? There we go. Okay. So for example, if you know that you're going to be plugging into Jay every day, right? Jay uses Killshot. So if I come down to Jay's courses, okay, I just need to find him down here. All of the educators are listed based on the type of traders they are. Okay. So I'm going to come down to Jay and I'm going to click access to courses. And this is then going to allow me to learn how to use Killshot. So when I'm on his sessions, I'm kind of actively learning that as well. So under Jay's courses, he's got 2 different boot camps. Okay, you're going to watch the first one once this loads. Okay, because the first one is a 5-day boot camp. It's 5 videos. So you can watch, you can take notes. And then again, at a later date, when you're doing more studying, this is taking forever. He also has, there we go. He also has this Sniper Elite boot camp, but it's like 21 days long. Now, do you eventually want to watch it? Yes. Okay, so there's some really great stuff in there, especially to do with, trading psychology. Okay, lots of good stuff in there. Okay, so just to recap, let me see who's taking notes and paying attention. What are you going to do first? What's the first thing you want to do? Okay, first thing you want to do when you launch, okay, in your first 24 to 72 hours. That wasn't number 1. What was number 1? What was number 1? Thank you, Mina. We want to do our schedule. Okay, number 1 is our schedule. Number 2 is then the Beginners Forex Academy. Yes. So if you put beginners, basics, whatever the case may be. Okay. Number 3 is then you want to come and you want to watch or study an educator. Look at their courses, whoever you're going to be plugging into the most. Now, does it mean that you're just going to kind of watch that educator? No. Guys, there's so much at your fingertips in these courses. And as you kind of get to, get to know the trading space, you're going to become, familiar with the type of trader you are, right? So me, for example, I'm definitely a scalper. I like to be in and out of those markets quick, right? I don't really like to hold trades, but there's some people who like to, hold trades for a day, 2 days, 3 days, maybe even a week. Okay. So let me also just quickly, I'm just going to come back to universities. And this is also in the mastermind portal, but I just kind of want to show you the different educators who teach different scanners, just so you guys are aware. So I've already mentioned Jay, who teaches the Killshot scanner. Okay, but I'm just going to show you a few others so that if you were wanting to learn a different scanner, you could. Okay, so once this loads, The first one we're going to look at is John Oliver. Let me just, wait for this to load. There we go. Okay. So if I scroll to the bottom, okay, John Oliver, he is here. Okay, he teaches the sniper strategy. Okay, so you've got John Oliver, he teaches a sniper strategy, or sorry, sniper scanner. Okay, and I'm going to go over and show you the scanners in a second. Okay, you then have Manny Quiones, he teaches the smart monics scanner. Okay, so if you've ever heard of the, smart money concepts and that's the type of trading that you're interested in, he's a great person to watch because he teaches you, smart money concepts, but he also teaches you how to use, the scanner alongside that. Okay, we of course then have Jay, who I mentioned, who does kill shot. And then we also have, if I just scroll over, where is he? Oh, maybe he's down here further. Oh, here we go. So you also then have Tyler Collins, who teaches kill shot as well, along with smart money concepts, confirmations. Okay, so again, it gives you more exposure to kill shot if that's one of the scanners that you want to be plugging into. You've got Tyler there. Okay, you also have Stedroy. I think I scrolled past Stedroy up here. Stedroy also teaches the sniper scanner. Okay, this guy here. Okay, so let's actually go over to the scanners now. Okay, let's go over to the scanners. And now that you've done step 1, 2, and 3 of your plan, you now actually want to come onto the scanners and you want to start practicing with a demo account, right? I would definitely suggest, starting with a demo account, especially if you're kind of learning a strategy, to go along with that. But let me just tell you a little bit about the scanners, okay, and how to use them. Number one, okay, if you first come on it, you would have noticed I just started to drag over here so that I could see a bit better. Okay, some of the scanners, when you first come on, it looks like super, super teeny and you can't see anything. So you just scroll over here, just do that, and then you'll be able to see a bit better. Okay, you can also change time frames up here at the top. Okay, so this is like this is trading view, basically. Okay, so you've got time frames up here at the top. Okay, you've got different tools over here at the side. So if you're using the sniper scanner, for example, John Oliver teaches you how to start from a higher time frame, okay, to mark up your resistance and supply zones, then to come down to a lower time frame, etc. Okay, so all the tools he teaches you how to use over here on the left-hand side. Okay, now over on the right-hand side, you can see, and this is what I love, the different, you can trade, different commodities or different currencies. So for example, the Forex one here, the little euro symbol, okay, is our Forex currency pairs. So if I look down, I can see like AUD and ZD, different CAD pairs, different euro pairs, USD pairs towards the bottom, etc. So the reason why this is so powerful, okay, why I actually love this is because some people get very reliant on trade ideas sent directly to them and you just want to copy and paste. That's all well and good, definitely do that and make money. Absolutely. Okay. But let's say it's a slow day. Let's say maybe there's only one trade idea that gets sent and you missed it, right? So what does that mean? Well, if you only know how to copy and paste trade ideas, that means for that day, you're not going to make any profit. But if you learn how to use a scanner, you can then come on at any time, look through the pairs and see if there's a trade that is ready. Okay, so right now on Golden Era, the trade isn't ready. Okay, it hasn't come up with the entry yet. Maybe if I go on a different time frame, because different time frames sometimes have trades ready. Okay, it doesn't look like there is one. Okay, oh, there's one. Okay, on the 30-minute. Well, it's already gone. It's already hit TP. Okay. But this is what Golden Era looks like. So if you come on Golden Era and you don't see, go through the time frame. So on the 30-minute, okay, there was an entry here. Okay, entry here, we can see the stop loss. We can see exit 1 and 2, which is our take profits. And you would simply need to, copy and paste. But what you want to learn, okay, where it says zone of action, is you want to study one of our educators to learn a little bit about price action. Oh, baby. Okay. I think he's okay. He cries in his sleep sometimes. I think we're good. Okay. So you'll want to just learn a little bit about price action. Okay. If you want to learn the scanner well, okay. And what would be a good indicator for entry. Okay. So right, what was I just talking about? Okay, so different Forex pairs over here. You can also then switch. You can come over and you've got oil and metals in here. Okay, you've got crypto here. So if anyone follows Christina on Instagram, you can see she's been flipping profits on Bitcoin with Golden Era. Okay, you can trade on the weekends, guys. You can trade on the weekends. We are no longer just tied to Monday and Friday. Okay, if you learn how to use the scanner, you can be trading crypto on the weekends. You also then have indices as well, right? So if US 30, NAS 100 is your bag, then no problem, you can come over here. Okay, now up here is the different strategies. So these are the different scanners that you have access to. So the first one is Golden Era. And the reason why there are different scanners is because they all do, what was I going to say? They all trade in a different way. Okay, so for example, Trend Wave, you can probably guess by the name, but it trades with the trend. Okay, so if I just have a quick look, right, the green here is going into an uptrend, and you can actually see here, it's a bit difficult to see that one right there because it's right on the green. Okay, but where it has the green arrow and it says long, that is where I want to enter, right? This is an indication this is going into an uptrend, so I want to be taking a buy. For those of you taking notes, long equals buy. So if I'm going over to my MetaTrader, I'm wanting to click the buy market button. Okay, whereas back here, right, we can see the red, it's been going into a downwards trend. Okay, we can see it says short. So if I had seen the scanner right about this time and I see the short come up with the red arrow, okay, short equals sell. Okay, so I want to go onto my MetaTrader 5 and I want to click the sell by market button. Okay, so again, this isn't a training on the actual scanners, okay, but you can kind of see Trend Wave also gives entry, it gives take profits, it gives stop loss. Now, those two scanners, Golden Era and Trend Wave, they don't necessarily have a specific educator teaching them because you have all of the information here for entering the trade. What I would suggest you do, though, is obviously plug into the education so you can learn about price action, so you can learn about, what a trend is, how do we notice a shift in trend, etc. I think I saw someone say, where do we learn about price action? On the Forex universities, if you scroll down to educators, there is a section that says price action, and then the educators are listed, right? So that's a good place for you to learn specifically about price action. What does time frame mean? Great question. So time frame is, so let's say right now I'm on a 5-minute time frame. And that means each of these candles, so you can see these green rectangles and these kind of red rectangles here, that represents 5 minutes in the market. So if you're on a 5-minute time frame, you can anticipate your trade to be kind of quite short because that's more of like scalping. Okay, so you're going to kind of hopefully be in and out of the market quite quickly on a 5-minute time frame. But if I come over here and I come to a 1-hour time frame, now if I just zoom this, there we go. Now each of these candles represent 1 hour in the market. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So that's what I mean by time frame. Now, Trend Wave, Golden Arrow, we've covered. I'm not going to go through all of these, right? But just so you guys can get a look. Smart Monics, which Manny teaches. Now, this one doesn't necessarily give you entry, exit, all of that. You have to learn a bit about smart money concepts, a bit about what these colors mean. Okay, and I'm not going to go ahead and teach you because I don't know a lot about smart money. Okay, Sniper is the one that I'm starting to learn, right? I actually quite love this, not going to lie to you. So yes, any questions, because I'm going to go over to the app now. Is there any questions about anything I've gone through on Jifu Live? Okay, so just to kind of recap, in your first 24 to 72 hours, you want to come on, look at the schedule, create the schedule that works for you. Okay, what educator are you going to plug into on a regular basis? Number 2, you're going to watch your Forex University Basics course. And then number 3, you're going to start studying the education course of the educator you're going to plug into regularly. Okay, and that's a great starting point. Now, like I said, you can obviously delve into other things. Okay, then I would say even a number 4 is to now come over to the scanners and just start practicing on demo, right? Especially Golden Era and Trend Wave, where it gives you all of the entries. You can practice those on demo, okay, just to get yourself comfortable. Let me just check the chat box here. How do I connect my MetaTrader 5 to tap and trade? There, I'm going to show you, one second here, I just seen them. There is a step-by-step guide in your back office. Okay, there is a step-by-step guide in your back office. So at the end, just remind me and I'll go into the back office and grab that and send in here. This class is being recorded. The recording will be put into the mastermind portal. Okay, baby. It will be put into the mastermind portal. Currently, there's one from the 27th of February, but I'm going to get Samantha to update it because I feel like I've gotten better at this onboarding the more times I do it. So I feel like this session's better. Okay, cool. So Natalia, Golden Era and Trend Wave, how reliable are they? And if there aren't a lot of educators talking about them, how do we get to know them and use them for profits? So Natalia, so this is why I said, if you plug into the education and learn a little bit about price action, like if I come over to Golden Era, for example, right, it tells me, if I just scroll in here, oh, there was another trade that people could have taken and look at it, profited. Like, honestly, there's trades coming in here all the time. But this bit here is called the zone of action. Okay, so you want to actually learn, okay, if it comes into this zone, price action is what the candle does in that zone. So if you learn that, this is why plugging into the education is important, you'll be able to confidently take trades with this scanner. Okay, for now though, as a beginner, you could literally come to this scanner. You could literally come to this scanner and just where it says zone of action, and I could just take a sell. Okay, I know it's a sell because my stop loss, my invalidation is above entry, right? And my take profit is below. So obviously I want price to come down and hit my exit, right? That's how I know it's a sell. So Natalia, hopefully that answers your question, but the more you plug in, the more you actually kind of, look at this stuff and practice, the easier it's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to very quickly, log in on my phone so I can go through the app now. And we're probably not going to have much time before my little man has a meltdown. I'm trying to multitask here with a bottle in one hand. So we're gonna do our best. So just give me 2 seconds, guys, and I'm gonna stop sharing on this screen and I'm gonna share my phone screen. Now, first things first, you have different apps that you have access to. 1 second here. Different apps that you have access to, but the one I'm gonna go through today is Jifu Connect, because Jifu connects, where the heck is, trying to find my link here. Oh, shit, plum. Jifu Connect is where the trading education is, okay, and the trade ideas. One sec. There we go. You guys should be able to hear me again now. So like I was saying, the Jifu Connect is where all of the trade ideas come in, trading education, when our educators are going live, basically anything that our educators want to inform us about. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'm just going to go over to that. Okay, there we go. You can see that now. Okay, cool. So, get rid of my face. Okay, looks like this. Now, when you first log in, you're going to need to put in obviously your Jifu credentials. Okay, so your email address and your password that you use to register. And you then want to come over to the bottom right-hand corner. This then has a list of all of the different educators that just send either educational knowledge or send trade ideas. Now, you do not need to follow every single one. Okay, because some of them are in different languages. Okay, so we have German educators, we have Polish educators. So not all of it is necessarily going to be relevant to you. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll through. There is a list, and I'm going to actually get the list updated on the mastermind portal, because I definitely think it's missing some stuff. Okay, but I'm just going to scroll through and I'm just going to quickly show you some of the educators I'm following. And I highly suggest you follow the same ones. Okay, so first and foremost, over on the right-hand side, if you do want to follow an educator, you just click the 3 buttons and it just says subscribe, right? So pretty self-explanatory there. So I'm going to scroll down. And the first couple you want to follow is number 1, Tony and Nico. So basically, I'm following all of the English speaking educators on the Forex University. Okay, so you've got Tony and Nico, and you've got Nick Engels, and you've got Anastasia, who I've subscribed to, John Oliver as well, who I've subscribed to. Now, something also to note is not all of these educators are necessarily going to send trade ideas all the time. Okay, and I'm going to show you the different types of trade ideas that we get in a second. I'm going to scroll down a bit more. You also then want to subscribe to Stedroy and Tyler. They're also both English-speaking educators on the Forex University. You want to subscribe Eric Lucas. Now, Eric Lucas actually, I believe he's German speaking, but he has sent some like, banging gold trades in the last week. So he's definitely one to follow, but he also sends trade ideas that you can copy and paste the numbers. Okay, so he'll send the coordinates of exactly when to enter, when to exit, etc. So definitely follow him. Market Watch and Kevin Serrano. If we scroll down, Josh Sanchez, he also sends trade ideas that you have the ability to copy and paste. You then, of course, have Jay. Now, Jay, he doesn't send trade ideas to copy and paste, but he keeps us updated on trades from the live sessions. So if Jay is someone you know that you're going to plug into and you're going to study, then he's definitely someone that you want to be following because he'll update, after the session. And that's mostly it. And then all of corporate you're already following. Okay. You have no choice. You have to follow them. Okay. Now for the trade ideas, you're going to come to the bottom left-hand corner where the home button is. Okay. And on this basically this activity feed, you're going to get notifications anytime one of the educators you have followed sends a message. It might be a trade idea, it might be an educational idea, it might be just notifying you about their live session. Now, in order to get those though, you need to go to the 3 lines at the top. Okay, see those 3 lines at the very top? On mine, they're blue, but on yours, they're probably white if you haven't selected anything yet. So you need to come where these are. It'll probably be empty. You need to tick posts, you need to tick ideas, and you need to tick educational content. Don't just tick ideas because then you'll actually miss out on some trade ideas in the form of education. And what I mean by that is they'll send charts, they'll send their markups. Those are actually trade ideas. Once you learn how to read a chart, you're going to be able to capitalize on some of those ideas that have been sent. So once you tick them, you click apply. Okay, and now let me just scroll through and I'll show you some of the different ideas I'm talking about. Right, so if I just look down here, okay, obviously Jay has updated us on one of his trades from his session. Okay, so if you were actually in this trade, right, you'd be able to make sure number one, you have the take profit set, but that you of course have taken your profit if the trade carried on after the session. Okay, so he had two really good trades here. Okay, now if I keep scrolling, Eric, TP1 smashed. So let me just show you Eric. So he obviously gave us an update there of his trade, but he had sent about an hour earlier. Where is it here? There it is. Okay, so he sent this at 9:21 this morning, my times. This would have been about 2:20 p.m. UK. Okay, gold buy limit. He gave us the price that we wanted to enter. He gave us the stop loss. He gave us the take profit. Now, if you're brand new and you don't really understand what buy limit means, don't worry. Okay, you will learn. There's also, I'm going to get videos. I don't think they're on there yet, but we do have videos that we'll put on the mastermind portal with a video showing the difference between a market execution and a buy limit. But I will also start doing Forex for newbies calls on Tuesday at 8 p.m. So again, if you are brand new to trading and you need to know the basics like this, then make sure you put Tuesday at 8 p.m. in your diary, and you will definitely want to attend that call. Okay, but that trade, TP1 was smash. You could have simply copy and pasted it, and you would have been good to go. Okay, now let me see if I can find an example of a trade idea in the form of a chart. Okay, so Manny, for example. So Manny on his session from Monday, he went through, he marked up gold and he marked up USD JPY, and he then sent us his markups and what exactly he wanted to happen, right? So if you were looking at these, okay, you could have entered. Oops, hold on a minute. I think it was this one. There we go. Okay, on what he wanted to happen for this one's gold. Which one's gold? There it is. Okay. Right? So, does this necessarily have numbers you can copy and paste? No. But does it show you that if it comes back down in that zone, I should take a buy? Yes, it does. Okay, so once you learn how to read some of these and read a chart, okay, you'll be able to take these. You also then have, right? Okay, here, Josh Santej, Euro USD market idea. Again, it's not copy and paste, but he shows you exactly what he wants to do. He wants to be selling Euro USD. Okay. Can you elaborate on the last bit? Elaborate on what in particular? On what in particular? If it's kind of about the chart, like don't worry if you're not understanding that fully right now. Okay, that's obviously something that you're going to learn. You're not going to be able to read a chart straight away, and that's okay. Right? You're just starting, so that's fine. Okay, so guys, so that is the app. Now, what you can also do, okay, is you can get access to the FX Global Trade Ideas. Now, currently, this is an add-on. So I've paid for the add-on because the add-on gives you the ability to semi-automate. Okay, so if that's something that you are interested in, speak to the person who introduced you and they can maybe kind of show you how to do that. But I just want to go, is there history? Here we go. So I actually took this trade earlier today. The Australian dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Okay, so AUD CAD. We were told long, again, remember long equals buy, short equals sell. Okay, so we were told to buy AUD CAD. Okay, we were told where to enter. So POI means point of entry, and we were given the price. We were then told the exit price, which is our take profit. And then, of course, when this was sent, we were also given the stop loss. Okay, so this particular trade hit TP1 for 23, almost 24 pips for that particular trade. Now, what is great about this feature is if you're someone who, number one, you might be a beginner, but number two, you might be like super busy. So maybe at work, you don't have the ability to maybe be on your phone all the time. Like, I mean, I don't work anymore. So like I never miss a trade idea because, I'm on my phone all the time. Right. Um, but if that's not you, if you don't have that kind of time luxury, this is great because the trade idea will pop up. And at the bottom, it will literally have a button that says copy trade. You just have to click that button and it will take the trade on your behalf. So that we have a step-by-step guide on how to connect your broker. So you'll connect the broker to the app. You'll set your risk parameters. So if you want to risk 1% per trade, 2%, whatever the case may be. And when you click copy trade, it's then going to do everything for you. Right? Which button? Well, you can't see it because there's not an active trade right now, but underneath the trade idea, there will be literally a button that says copy trade, and you just click copy trade. Okay. So we also have though, guys, I just want to mention, we have a launch call this week, a company launch call that is going to be introducing a lot of new things on the platform. We have a brand new digital platform, okay, that is launching. So wait for that for more kind of information about, this tap and trade. So wait, is the trade idea on the Jifu and takes it for you automatically on FX? So the trade idea will come onto the Jifu Connect, the app that I'm on right now, right? But in the settings, you'll be able to connect your broker to, okay, the Jifu Connect app. So that way, when a trade idea does come in, you'll have the ability to just click copy trade and it will take it for you. So it semi-automates the process. Okay. If you want to add this on, you need to go to orders and you need to go purchase an order and add this on, right? So you don't need to upgrade your subscription. Yeah, because so add a under your hit. Do you mean like down here, right? It's because you don't have access to this. This is an add-on. As I've explained, it's an add-on, meaning you have to pay extra if you want the ability to semi-automate. Okay. How do you add on? Okay, if you give me a second, let me stop sharing my phone screen. I'll show you how you can add it on, but also the instructions, because someone asked earlier about the instructions for tap to trade. So if you just give me 2 seconds, and then that's going to be probably the last thing I cover. So if you have any more questions, please drop them in the chat box now while I'm getting this up on the screen. And if there are any more questions, then I'll be able to go through that before we finish, because I really want to get on to Ryan's training, which is in 9 minutes. So, okay. Okay, cool. Let me just, oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. 1 second, guys. Okay, cool. So what you'll do, okay, you'll come over to your back office, you'll come to orders, and you'll come to place an order. Okay. Now, I have an affiliate kit, so I might, oh, okay, we're almost done, baby. You made it. You made it. So you come to orders, you come to place an order. Okay. Now up here, right? You don't need to be looking at cosmetics and skincare unless you really fancy it. Okay. But you're going to go over to digital products. Okay. Digital products. And it's here. FX Global Ideas monthly add-on for $49. Okay. So if you're really desperate to semi-automate and you're really desperate for extra trade ideas, you can go ahead and add that on. But if you can be a bit patient, you're going to plug into the live sessions, you're going to use what we have. I would probably wait until we have our a digital platform launch, because I think we're going to find out, I don't know for sure, but I think we're going to find out a bit more about us getting more trade ideas and, being able to use this feature. So, but if you're like, no, I need trade ideas now, then go ahead and add it on. But if you can be patient, I would suggest waiting, right? Especially if you don't necessarily, maybe want to pay the $49. Okay. I really wanted them, so I paid for them. Okay. But that's up to you. Now, if you do pay for them and you want to know how to connect, okay, you're going to come over to tools and you're going to come to resource library. Now, actually, I'm going to drop this link in the chat box, because actually, I think if you're a customer, you don't actually have the tools box. So give me 2 seconds here. And you're going to come down to, if you do have that box though, you're going to come to documents and you're going to, hold on, oops. And you're going to come down here to education. And then we have this handout here. Now it's in multiple different languages, but I'm going to send the link to the one in English. Okay. And I'm going to drop it in the chat box. But I believe it's also on the mastermind portal. But if it's not, I'm going to speak to Samantha and see if we can get it on there. Okay, cool. So, can you please show how to follow the Forex educators? Okay, yeah, I'll do that super quick, but I mean, I did kind of go into a lot of detail on that one. Okay, you just need to go to the bottom right-hand corner. ICE's bottom right-hand corner where there's a little search logo and you'll see the massive list of educators. You just need to go to the 3 dots on the right and click subscribe. Right? So bottom right-hand corner, search button. Okay. What apps do I need to install on my mobile device? So Jifu Connect, right? I'll put that in the chat box. Jifu Connect is the app that I just went through and I showed you how to get the trade ideas, all that kind of stuff. That's the only app that you really need. Okay, everything else you could do from your laptop, the Jifu Live website. But if you're wanting to use your phone, then just go to jifulive.com. Okay. All right, guys, so I think I've answered all of the questions. Let me just scroll back. So yeah, I think that's about it. So we're going to end there, guys. I hope you all have a phenomenal rest of your evening. And hopefully, I'll see you guys again soon. I do this call every day at 8 p.m. up until Sunday. But from then, I won't be doing this call anymore. But Tuesdays, we'll be doing a Forex for newbies. So if you are super, super new, definitely put that in your diary so you can get on. Okay. Someone said, how many hours would you suggest we study every day? If you're a beginner, I would say, honestly, depending how quick you want to move and how much money you want to make, I would say like 1 to 2 hours. Right? And studying could include getting on the live sessions. So if you get on Jay's session for an hour every single day, that's you studying, right? Even though you're going to make money doing it, right? That's you studying. And then maybe do an hour outside of the live sessions, okay? That's really what I would suggest, okay? Thank you so much, Miss MZ. I appreciate that. All right, guys, take care. Have a good night. Bye.